annual revenue, we start to see a shift to the left. What I mean by the left is these ransomware groups, they start to target more and more SMBs, small and medium businesses, rather than the large companies. So this is annual revenue distribution of the ransomware victims. You can see that almost 3,000 victims, they had an annual revenue less than $20 million. And only a small portion has an annual revenue over $100 million. In fact, we compared it to last year. Last year, 26% of the victims, they had an annual revenue over $100 million. This year, it is only 11%. So the ransomware groups are targeting more and more on the left side of the equation. And on the left side, when we look into the details, there's a sweet spot. You can see that 42% of the victims that had an annual revenue below $20 million, they had an annual revenue between $46 million. So it seems that there is a sweet spot for these ransomware groups. These companies are big enough to pay something, but not too big to make a fuss, so that law enforcement agencies come after these groups, or these groups, they don't have enough infrastructure or resources to attack bigger companies. And they can put more pressure to these companies because these are small companies. They don't have too much cybersecurity maturity. They don't have too much cybersecurity awareness. And if they don't pay, if they don't get operational as soon as possible, they can lose their business. And these ransomware groups, they are aware of that. That's why there's much more pressure here. Over $100 million, you can see that they don't go too much, over $1 billion when we look into the right side. But our focus is more on the left side, and there's a clear message here. Ransomware groups, they target small and medium businesses. They see more leverage over there. It's an easy hit. They don't care if it is the ransom payment is small. They want to, get the money in bulk by targeting more and more these companies. That's why the number of ransomware victims increased, even though ransom payments per victim is going down. They are easy target, and that is easy to get advantage of that. And the other thing is that there's these are quite payouts. These SMBs, usually they don't disclose the data breaches and ransomware, unfortunately. When you attack a very large company, because of all the regulations that they follow, all the the legal issues, they disclose the problem. But when it's an SMB, it's a small mom and pop shop, they don't disclose very quickly. They don't even know that they need to disclose at some point. And we can see that impact when we look into the industries for these different annual revenue segments. For instance, when we analyze the companies' victims with an annual revenue below 20 million, we see that professional and technical services is number one, and the manufacturing is only 17%, and we start to see healthcare and construction here. As I said, on the construction part, contractors are the main targets. But when we move the annual revenue to between 100 million and 300 million, manufacturing is now 30%. It's no longer the professional and technical services number one, manufacturing is number one.